The ability to turn off the whites and hunt with Ambessa Galio, very real. Kaisa can follow up on that too. Create a lot of chaos that BLG, I think, might have issue dealing with. Aurora and Rumble both have ways to play out of the side lane. Between
See Shin thinking about, but it looks like he's thinking more about a play onto Honkyu in the mid lane. This Galio has no flash. He is way too far forward in the mid lane. They're going to give first blood over to Knight. BLG on the board first. He's in really good position heat-wise as well. Would be able to almost take down Xiaoxu single-handedly if things go well. There goes both ultimates, Public Decision and the Paranoia. Fear still lands onto Bin despite the flash. The Equalizer is going to come out. Bin not going to be in a great position here. He's at 300 HP, pops the Scrap Shield, and will be able to survive. And to think that maybe they could have used that for a Dragon instead is a little bit of a question mark here for JD Gaming. They are finally able to claim 2 grubs, but Shun will make sure it is not a clean sweep by dashing in and claiming the 3rd. Still a pretty even game state at this point, but you got to mention BLG controlling the neutral objectives at this point, and that is going to be a big win for their competition. As we see Viper valking forward onto an exhausted Gala as well. Rocket nearly taking him down, but they do not have enough juice just yet.
The Wukong Cyclone into the Equalizer and set things up.
Well, return to the top lane. Another Public Execution lands here onto Bin. As you mentioned, there's no flash, so a little bit less of a chance for the Rumble this time around. JDG finally get what they were looking for underneath his tower, so it will be a delayed answer, if any, for Jindong Gaming, and it looks like they instead will opt to give this one away. So a 2-dragon lead opened up for Bilibili Gaming. See what soul it is, because that could have significant ramifications on how the rest of this game will go. It's an ocean, so maybe able to survive a little bit more of that burst. Maybe. There's another wave shoved underneath his turret. Xiaoxu trying to allow for this tower to go down. Gonna get some help from Junja again. Bin flashes this time, but won't be able to get away from that Public Execution. Junja on the board again. That's first tower over to JD Gaming. A teleport is gonna come in from Knight to cut Junja off. Will be a casualty of the enemy jungler, and we'll see what that means in terms of ramifications for Herald.
Ooh. Knight able to pick that one up for himself too. That's nice. They'd rather have the gold on the Aurora than the Wukong. But it is gold now in the pockets of the Galio, and he does have the tools to try and answer.
It's a 3v4, but remember that they always have a Galio in their back pocket. They opt instead just to pick up plates, because that's effectively all that a Herald is. And so Shin is going to be able to grab that one for themselves. BLG still doing a good job controlling these neutrals.
Now, hey there, Grapes. Don't disrespect the combat power of the Shelly. It's worth a little bit more than
that's my new
points
favorite
these
part
days.
of this game.
It has been. That said, I think JDG making the right call, again, to make sure that Honkyu picks up his tower for himself. So Junjo just answering the flash of Bin, takes him down, did put him on the wrong side. As
Deja vu, we're right back up here, but this time it's not Bin being focused down. It's Knight and Shun who had that Paranoia used against them. Ultimates traded by the junglers. I'll see the Between Worlds currently on cooldown.
And the flash. Knight burned flash in that play, too, from the looks of things. So Shun able to at least hover, be up there to prevent the kill, but still spell advantage secured by JDG in that skirmish.
Oh, no flash. That's a sign for Xiaoxu to now go in. Knight was invisible for a little bit, but will have to eventually show himself and go down to Xiaoxu, as the top side has been all JDG here in Game 2.
And again, the identity for JDG, like I see at Nocturne and Bessa Galio. We talked about attacking the side laners. That really has been the forte for JDG so far in this game.
With the lead that he was given, something that Bin was not able to do very well in game number 1.
Monkey was spotted on the way in. I'm not sure if he knows or not. It looks like he does. But BLG kind of stuck here. About
to break out in the Herald. Goes on. They immediately knock up Vampire and they take him down. In goes the Paranoia here, but it's Junja on a one-way trip, and he wins yet another Smite fight. He is non-stop on fire with these 50-50s.
Dragon stacking stopped. It's going to be 2 kills at least going over to BLG. They're gripping towards the Baron. They had Shelly mid. I thought they would have sieged this turret to take some plates, but no. 5v3, every tool up for BLG outside the Cyclone. Baron is being hit.
Killer Instinct still available, is the public execution as well. Honkyu almost has that hero's entrance up, but this Baron is melting to all 5 members of BLG. JDG still want to fight.
Whoa.
In goes Xiaoshu, finds the public execution on the Viper, but he's now in a 1v3 in the back of the pit. Hero's entrance comes out. Hongkyu's able to knock up 3, but will the damage be enough? Baron secured by Bilibili, but the health bars are ticking, and Gala's in the back line. Killer Instinct finds a double kill, and he's still weaving his way around. Knight able to eventually take him down with the weirding, but JDG saving the play, able to get 3 kills at the price of the Baron.
2 Barons out on the solo lanes of BLG. The gold is even. The dragon stacking was denied. Nearly got Bin and sidesteps his way the best he can around Knight, really outside the E, which kind of used all of his tools to juke what he saw already. So I think Gala deserves some flowers for how he played out that fight, down numbers, nearly taking 3 with him. As 2 members get out with the Baron, you can see the siege starts for BLG as that top outer turret will fall for Bin.
So the Baron buff's still in the hands of 2 members of Bilibili Gaming, but definitely not as much as they would have liked.
Is a wee bit lacking in damage. That said, Kaisa can really make up for it, and Gala's not... Oh, hold on.
Oh, in goes Xiaoshu, right into the middle of 4, but it's a beautiful delivery system for Honkyu, and Viper is taken down. 1-0 in favor of JDG, and the Paranoia has gone in on tonight. He goes between worlds to try to escape the likes of Junja, and Vampires also died. Honkyu ticking low, has to use the Justice Punch to get away, and Knight is still alive, hunting with those Qs, unable to find anything else, just a 1-for-1, but 80 carry for support benefits JDG. Get in here. Junja's won these smite fights before. Will it happen yet another time? Control ward here in the bottom side. JDG having to poke and prod their way into the pit. Dragon already at 1,000. In he goes again! This is ridiculous at this point. Junja's the smite god, but will they win the fight? Taunt is going to connect onto a lot of members, but Knight's still going to go between worlds. It's a double kill for Viper, looking for a 3rd, and they get the Dragon, but JDG are going to lose this fight handily. 4 kills in the favor of Bilibili.
Gala couldn't play the fight. The tools of BLG are keeping Gala and the rest of JDG out to the best of their abilities. Again, gonna need another look at that one, because I was kind of focused on Junja going in. He's landed all the smites, but they haven't been able to find the winning combos, and they go in on Viper again this time around, but Viper was able to kite to his team and get out. Junja, but I like the approach he's out of the game. I also, I mean, he's hit all the smites. He stole away the Elder, he's stolen away 2 dragons in this one, and
Another public execution.
Whoa.
Xiaoshu going to pull the trigger. It is on to Knight, but the Paranoia is going to come forward as well. Between world only onto 1, but it takes the enemy jungler down. 1-0, soon to be 2, as Xiaoshu goes down. JDG went too far forward, and BLG this time are there to punish.
Again, I just don't think that Gala can interact with these fights, and everything being sent on the Knight. Yes, the Between Worlds, it's to get Knight out and to only hit the Nocturne, but if your 80 carry can't play in a game where we did set up that the damage is a little bit lacking from JDG, pretty much Kaisa has to make up for the lack of damage in other roles. Still a bit different. I can understand picking up more health against the comp that BLG is playing into, but double whack cleaver, I don't know if that's super efficient. Also GA an option. Gala not being able to get into the last fight.
JDG playing split map a little bit here. Xiaoshu's going to take this tier 2. Now looking for Knight as well, but Shun has joined at just the right moment. Public execution alongside the Paranoia, nearly able to take Knight down. Junja still following up with the fear, gets a big shutdown, but will cost him his life. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of BLG, but maybe more. Honkyu uses the Justice Punch directly over the Equalizer and then says, nah, screw this, I'm an ulti out instead. Gets onto Vampire and will be allowed to escape. Finally in the hands of Shun, unless he somehow screws up this smite, but I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, no Junja to smite this one away as he went down. Really good predict from Xiaoshu to find Knight.
1 HP. 1 HP. You say them back to back. Exactly what's happening here. It's been a multifaceted win so far for BLG. Shun able to control these fights, this time getting to Soul Point as well. Baron buff no longer available for them, but they still have a big wave on the top side. A big rocket lands onto Gala, and he's forced to pop that barrier and already be at a significantly reduced HP pool. Junja and Shun fighting it out right now. Both their Congers already been procced, but the Poke damage from the side of JDG is starting to hold true.
going.
In goes the depth charge. Will they set up a public execution? They find the likes of Viper, but he backs away from the hero's entrance and is still alive. Vampire's down, and Knight just runs the other side of the fight. It's a double kill already for the Aurora, and one last-ditch effort from JDG was not enough. It's a clean ace, a triple kill for the superstar mid laner of Bilibili, as they'll even up the series at 1-1.
I mean, every fight, it just felt like Gawa either couldn't get in, or when he did get in, he was walking into a meat grinder. And this is AD Kaisa. I think that it's a game where he tried to auto a lot, wasn't able to auto enough, and BLG able to keep Gawa out, find the win for themselves as they even up the series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.